Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Eye Palette. It's so pretty. Look at it. Ooh. Okay, so if you guys are interested in seeing how I got this eye look today, just keep on watching. Okay guys, so first we'll just go over some of the information on the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Eye Palette. So this does retail for $75. Basically, it was on a 24-hour pre-sale, and they had so many palettes available, and kind of once they ran out, and now the palette will not be back until about mid-October is kind of what I'm seeing. I don't know if they have an official release date. I just know it's going to be when the holiday collection for Charlotte Tilbury comes out. We will go ahead and I will show you guys some swatches today. We'll do an eye look and see if this palette is even worth getting. Basically, I'll show you guys what it looks like. I've already kind of swatched it myself a little bit, but this is what the palette looks like. So basically, as you can see, it's got 4 different eye looks in it. We've got day eye, desk eye, date eye, and disco eye. I think kind of what they were going for is that it would be good for anybody of any skill level to pick up this palette. You can do exactly what they say and, you know, use the shades together, or, you know, if you're at a higher level, you know, and you want to mess around, you can totally mix them all together. As you could tell, there were 12 shades. There are 6 matte and 6 shimmer, so I think that's pretty cool that they half and half the palette. With that, let's just go ahead and swatch them. I'll swatch them all on my arm here so you guys can see. And we'll just start with the first one, and it is called Day Eye. Now, these shadows do not have names at all. They are just basically grouped by the type of eye. So we'll group them together here, but this is the first color in Day Eye, and yeah, the way that's swatched on my finger even, I didn't think that it would show up. It's very, very light. It's basically the same color as my skin tone. You really cannot even see it. And then we'll just try to put this right next to where I swatched that. So this is the second shade, and this is a shimmer shade, kind of a taupey color. And the last one in Day Eye is going to be kind of a deep brown gray shade. So moving on to Desk Eye, the first shade is right here. Ooh, that's really pretty, you guys. That swatched very well. So here's the next shade in Desk Eye. And then here's the last shade in Desk Eye. So definitely really liking the Desk Eye so far. And then moving on to Date Eye. So this is the first shade in Date Eye. Here's the second shade in Date Eye. And a last shade in Date Eye. So these ones are really pretty also. It's like as the palette goes on, they just keep swatching better. I don't know. Okay, so only one eye look left. It is going to be Disco Eye. Here is the first shade in Disco Eye. Here is the second shade in Disco Eye. And here is the last shade in Disco Eye, also the last shade in the palette. A really nice black shade, so you can never go wrong with that. I really think that they mostly all swatched pretty well, minus that first shade. So, I mean, doesn't look too bad. It's a very neutral palette, I would say, even though all these eye looks are supposed to be separate and like on their own, that this whole palette actually, I mean, as you can see, this whole palette just works together very well overall. Okay guys, so now that I have beat up this palette even more, I think what we're going to do is go ahead and I want to play with the Desk Eye. I'm going to use the palette how they recommend it and just use the 3 shades and create the Desk Eye. Those were my favorite ones when I was swatching, so I definitely think that it'll be fun. I'm kind of interested in seeing how this is all going to be pulled together. With that, let's just get right on to the tutorial. Okay guys, so basically what they want you to do is prime with the first shade, enhance with the second shade, and then smoke out with the third shade. So basically they want me to set my whole lid kind of with this, they want me to throw this in the crease, and they want me to put this like in the outer corners, you know, like that is kind of what I'm thinking. So I guess what we'll do is I'll just go ahead and I'll set my whole lid with this shimmer shade, which I usually never do, but if that's what we're supposed to do, that is what I will do. Since it's a shimmer shade, I do want to apply some setting spray to my brush just to make it, you know, set all over. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. That's really pretty though. Hi. Okay, you guys, so now what I'll just do next is go right into the middle shade that is enhance, and we will work it into the crease and see how that looks. Yeah, I definitely see how these shades work out really well together. They definitely go together. I'm really liking it so far. Okay guys, got that worked into the crease, and now we will go ahead and with that last shade and smoke it out. Okay you guys, so there is kind of the outer corners smoked out a little bit. Do need to clean it up a little. I always get carried away and get a little messy, but I really like it actually, you guys. And for just, you know, having the shades right there telling you what to do, it's actually really nice. You know, but it'd also be fun to go out of that and play with all the colors, because I definitely see some other fun eye looks that you could do. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up the edges with some concealer a bit, and then I'm going to throw something underneath the lower lash line. Okay you guys, so I kind of cleaned that up a little bit, but now that we've followed the rules and kind of played with the palette the way they want us to, I think I'm just going to take a couple other colors. You know, I want to work something underneath my lower lash line. I was thinking maybe this one, that was the one that it's from the Day Eye. It kind of was like a taupey brown color, so I think we'll just work that right underneath the lower lash line and see how that looks. Okay, I'm sure you guys all saw that. There was a ton of fallout right there. I probably just had a little bit too much eyeshadow on my brush, so my bad. Because literally this palette so far has had no fallout, which is really, really nice. And it's providing really good pigment too, actually, you know, compared to the swatches. And then now I was thinking of popping this shimmer shade right here from the Disco Eye and putting it like underneath my brow bone and right in the inner corners. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting that much pigment. Wow, okay. That's really pretty. I was not expecting that. That is crazy. Do you guys, I don't know if you guys remember how that's swatched. If you do, you are probably surprised also, because that one I think swatched the worst out of all the shimmer shade. We'll just work it underneath the brow bone also. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna throw on the rest of my makeup, just need to do some eyeliner, mascara, and I will be right back. Okay guys, what do you think? I think it looks really pretty, and it's actually even like a little bit fall-y, and that's not even like what I meant to go for, obviously, because we were just using the desk eye. But I do like it, you guys. Let's just talk about it a little bit, because I was not thinking that this palette was going to be that great from the swatches. I suppose you guys probably were thinking that too. You know, some of the swatches did come out better than others, but some were just like, for $75, is this what I'm getting? But honestly, you cannot judge an eyeshadow by its swatch all the time. Sometimes you have to see how it performs with a brush. A lot of times they perform better. I mean, that's how they were made to be used. So I don't know guys, I think that $75, yes, it is a lot of money, but if you are interested in this palette, I would say definitely get it when it becomes available again. I think that this palette, you know, just looking at it again, it's similar to a lot of other palettes also. So I think that if you weren't interested in it before, but now kind of are, you know, I probably wouldn't get it. I don't think that necessarily it's worth $75. While it is very beautiful and does have very nice shades, it's kind of just a general, you know, everyday palette. But I do like it, and I do think that it is good quality. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in a future video. So thank you so much for watching.